welcome back to another AZW F1 video, and in this one I'm going to show you how I tend to win more duels, and that is duels against real players, against bots, you name it, we try and win them. Don't get me wrong, I win 9 times out of 10 with this one, and it's a strategy that I've used recently. So we're going to get into a race, and chances are here we've got a higher team score, and most of my matches have been in our favour, but you will get some that swing the other way. And notice that there'll probably be quite an even qualifying still here, or even in the rivals' favour. So as you can see, we had a better team score, but we qualify behind. Now we'll come to the setup and the car and drivers after this. I'm going to follow my normal strategy. That's a 2-2-3 with Sonoda and a 3-2-2 with our Hamilton. And you'll notice when we get racing, the drivers that I'm using. Okay, so rivals off, real player as well. And we haven't got the best start. We are P4 and P5. Now we're going to attack, and you might be thinking here, well, how are we going to beat this rival? He's ahead quite easily. And we're going to keep boosting and take advantage of that race start. We'll now cut down. Still, we are behind, but don't worry. Because what we've done is we've kind of manipulated our team score a little bit here. We have got our best car setup, but then we've picked some drivers with a bit more all-round ability, let's say. And we're talking race start as a priority more. And I'll show you the stats after, but you can do this with yours as well. And I've found lately, and I've only just really come across this, it works absolutely beautifully because our car is just so much quicker than our rivals. You will sometimes get the bad matchup, that happens, you can't help anything like that, but the thing with this is you're going to be pretty strong. So Sonoda comes in following that normal strategy. And can we overcome this rival? Remember, real player as well, this is. And we're already out with Sonoda. P4. We're going to push Hamilton. Push Sonoda through this middle section. P3 we can clear pretty quickly on the hard tyres. And we're through. You'll notice Hamilton common, Sonoda rare. That's interesting, right? And already we're right behind now the rival. So, pretty much in the balance. It's not going to make you win races easy. You've still got to put in a decent performance. But I'm going to show you in the debrief why we are able to win this race. So out we come with Hamilton. And we've got ahead of the rival who came in before us as well. That's favour of that better pit time because we are using our best car still. And we're going to come in with Sonoda. The point of the car is that drivers will perform the same regardless with this car, basically. The car will be a lot quicker on the straights, quicker through the corners. You name it, it's in your favour. And that's what we're going to show. You see here, Perez coming in. Now, we were behind the rival originally. And Yuki Tsunoda is going to come out just behind, but he doesn't have to pit. That's the interesting part. So we'll come out and not service. Hamilton in the lead. And this is looking pretty good for actually some good points here. This could be 47. And I tell you what, many of you would have thought after that first corner that this was never going to be the case. But this strategy is really working for me lately. Some good matchups and some good performances. As Sonoda leads, doesn't have to pit, remember. Hamilton comes out, and we've absolutely transformed this race on its head. From being 4th and 5th after the first couple of corners, we are now 1-2 comfortable. We have a faster car. We have a faster pit time, I would expect. And we're gonna just cruise to victory. And we haven't really had to do much, have we? It's not been easy. We've still had to put the right strategy together. But we've actually just cruised this. And the rivals used all the power unit up. both cars are now probably thinking, how have they lost this race? And we'll check the debrief after, and I'll show you exactly why we won the race. But we do get a lot of these matchups, so it is worth absolutely using this strategy. It is a very, very good way of going about things, and we'll explain very shortly. So we come all over the line then. Tsunoda, nice and easy P1. We haven't even had to use much of the power unit on this second or third stint. And look at that, 47 points out of nowhere. Rivals used all their power unit, absolutely exhausted. So why did we win that race? Easy in the end. Look at the team score. You look at the team score and you think, well, 1137, 113. It was always in your favour as a WF1. But as we saw, we got out qualified, which means our drivers were not as good. You can see the strategy, 3-2-2 and a 2-2-3. We followed the exact same strategy. Now, let's have a look at drivers. Rivals using probably, I would say, better drivers than ours combined. Okay? Probably pretty much fair to say, especially with that common Hamilton. Let's look at the car and look at the difference in the car, but look at the difference in the team score. Difference of 24 team score, and you can see we had 9 more speed, we had 22 more cornering, a bit less power unit, but a lot more reliability. We had a slightly faster pit time, but it felt a lot quicker in the race, probably because of servicing. And that is why we won, because we made sure our car was the peak performance and our drivers were more all round. Why the drivers, and what have I chosen? So you can do this too. Drivers, Hamilton and Tsunoda, you can use similar level drivers and you'll be able to pick, you can experiment with them. I've used 2 drivers with okay qualifying for their levels, 53-49. But look at the race start. Their race start is particularly better. Race start of 66 for Yuki. So he's going to start behind rivals, and so is Hamilton. But their race start is actually a bit better than most likely the rivals. So we can boost and catch up really quickly on that first lap. And then the overall speed and the car will come back hard against the rival, and it will just be simply too strong. You saw we didn't have to do anything special in that race. We just had a standard race and we managed to overcome quite easily. So that's what I want you to try. I want you to use your best setup, so the setup that you use in GP. I then want you to lower your drivers, and instead I could use Leclerc. So look at this, 1137 is the team score. If I was to use my best drivers, and remember, same car, already we're up by a good 80. We had Alonso, we're up to 1322. That's just under 200 team score higher, and we still finished 1-2. So what's the point of using them two? We might as well use a decent enough rare and a decent enough common and really lower that team score. So give that a go. Let me know how you get on, and I can assure you it will absolutely work a treat. Give it a go. Let me know down below.